Tadeusz Kościuszko was trained at the Royal Knight School in Warsaw and then studied engineering in Paris. And when he heard about the American colonists fighting for their rights, he sailed to the New World in June 1776 in order to volunteer his services to the Continental Army. After being recommended by Benjamin Franklin, Kościuszko was hired to work on the fortifications of Philadelphia. From there, he emplaced fortifications in the northeast, finally ending up in New York. His employment of terrain, hasty fortifications, and overlapping fires was a significant factor to the Continental Army's win at the Battle of Saratoga in upstate New York in the fall of 1777. In the early spring of 78, General George Washington sent Kościuszko to this bend in the river called West Point to improve its fortification system. Kościuszko spent 28 months at West Point creating an interlocking fortification system that was later called the Gibraltar of the Hudson and solidified Washington's view that West Point was the key to America, and losing it would lead to the demise of the Continental Army and the end of the American Revolution. Kościuszko left West Point to join the Continental Army in the South just days before traitor Benedict Arnold took command of the West Point garrison with the intent to turn it over to the British.
What do we see?
Nothing quite yet, Jen. I just set it to one side over there.
There you go.
Oh.
It's empty.
You want to take a look, Mike?
Ooh. I don't. It looks like there might have been something clay, maybe, or there's some kind
Well,
of.
that's what I'm wondering, if it's actually something that came apart, or if it's just mud that settled on the bottom, dust.
Yeah. And that curved shape tells me that it might have used to have been something.
Well, shall we
Paul and his panel of experts are discussing the best way
pull it
to
out?
find
Just
what
kinda
may be in
search
the
it and take a
box. We don't want to hurt anything that might be in there. If anything.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Could we use one of the trays? Okay.
Yeah. So Jen, I think you're able to see on the screen there, there are some items in the bottom. It appears to be, we're not certain if it's soil or mud or dust that's accumulated there and hardened. We're going to pull a piece out and see if we can get an idea of what it is. It may not be anything, but we're going to take a look.